What's up, everybody? Hope everybody is having a great day whenever you see this. We truly appreciate you guys checking this out. And this video is going to be super important if you are interested in getting into NFTs, or even just into NFTs and you're kind of confused on how the concept of NFTs work. Maybe you've gotten to a project, or maybe you minted a project and it didn't really do anything, or you minted a project and they sold out and then their volume really didn't do anything, right? So it's super important to know these factors and know these warning signs to look for before you actually buy into a project. Let's get it. Now, the first thing that you need to do when coming into NFTs, you need to have two things, and it's a must, right? You need a Twitter and you need a Discord. Okay, you need a Twitter and a Discord. All of the community behind NFTs and all the research and all this different stuff you're gonna find through Discord and Twitter. If you don't have those, first thing, go make that. But coming into researching projects and looking into projects, the best thing to do is, of course, use the calendars, right? There's tons of calendars. The one that we mainly focus on for Cardano is CNFT calendar, and you can of course go and look at all these different projects. They post them every single day, every single month, every single week. It's out there, and it's out there for you to see the different projects that are coming up that could potentially be a good project. Now, the first thing that I really want to specify on is having a bunch of Twitter followers, right? Which is a good thing. That's what we want to see. The bigger the community, usually the better. But usually, when you're looking at a project and you see what the project is, when they're minting, their website and everything like that, you want to check their Discord, right? Because yes, they have over 9,500 members, but you go to their Discord, they only have 489. So that to me tells me, okay, they must have bought their followers on Twitter, and that's kind of iffy, right? Having a lot of bots in the Discord or Twitter, that's a big warning sign. And that honestly could be what we call a rug. Some projects like to do that. Okay, so just be careful and be aware of that. Now, also on their Twitter, not only do having a bunch of followers is a good thing, but if they have only they're only really posting giveaways, maybe for whitelist or for a free NFT. If they're posting things and they're only getting let's just, as you guys can see here, 3 likes, 8 likes, they're not getting a lot of likes, 5 likes, like having 9,500 followers. For one, Cardano, that's a lot of members, right? Especially because it's so super early. But not having a lot of interaction on their Twitter is a super big warning, and make sure you guys pay attention to that. And that's honestly just the first thing. Checking out their Twitter, checking out their engagement, and then checking out their Discord, right? Now, inside their Discord, a huge thing you want to see is communication in the main chat, right? You want to see huge communication. If you don't see a lot of communication, that's a big warning sign. And even if you do see a lot of interaction in their Discords and everything like that, if a lot of people are talking about the floor price, or they're really talking about they're talking about this project's going to go to the moon, and that's all they're saying, honestly, it's very botted out. That's what it is, right? It's very botted out, and you need to be aware of that. And if you see that, that's another big warning sign you guys want to stay away from. Now, a huge topic that a lot of projects put into their roadmap, and where they want to go in the future with their project, is metaverses. Okay, now metaverse is a very loosely used word in the crypto space. Okay, now whenever you see projects, and I'm not saying this project isn't a good one, but anytime you see that a project's going to have a metaverse, right? Not that it's a big warning sign, but you need to find out more about the metaverse, right? Whether that's reading their roadmap, reading their white paper, right? Reading, a medium on the project. Another way that you can kind of find out if how the metaverse and what they plan on doing with the metaverse is in their Discord, asking the creators, asking the devs whether or not or they've been developing, and how long they've been developing, and what they plan on doing with their metaverse, and how soon will you be able to interact or maybe use VR in their metaverse. Okay, now if they don't have straight answers, honestly, to me, that's a big warning sign. So always ask questions whenever you see a loosely used term, metaverse. Make sure you guys go in and check what that's about, and ask more questions about the metaverse. Okay, now another thing, while I'm here talking about contacting the devs and the creators, you need to make sure that if you're in a Discord and you find a project and you're like, okay, they have a pretty good roadmap, they have a pretty good website, they have pretty good art, they have pretty good communication in this chat, you need to see if the creators, you need to see if the moderators and devs in that chat are communicating with their community, right? That's the entire point of having a community, especially being creators and devs. Devs are supposed to be in contact, answering questions and talking to the community and making sure people have clarity of what this project is going to do in the future. Okay, so if you don't see that, that is another big sign. It's another big sign that you guys want to look for. Now, when it comes to, let me pull this one up, Clay Nation. Okay, now Clay Nation is a great project. This project has been around for a while. As you guys can see, they have over 55,000. I would consider this one a blue chip in the Cardano NFT marketplace. Now, what they have done is they actually have doxed themselves. Right now, when I say dox themselves, I mean they have shown their faces of who they are. Right, these individuals right here are the co-founders of Clay Nation. Okay, now 2 women, amazing, right? First off, shout out to them. But overall, what I'm trying to say is, if a project isn't doxed, I'm not saying that's the biggest warning sign, because there are projects out there that are anonymous and they take off and they do great. But for transparency reasons, you really want to see an NFT project being doxed, meaning their creators, their devs, their moderators, their creators, whoever it is that helped develop that project, are showing their faces, giving you their Twitter, maybe their Instagram, any social network that you guys can see and contact these people and get in contact with these individuals. That is full transparency, and that's what you want to look for. If you don't see that, I'm not saying it's the biggest warning sign, but this is something that you really want to pay attention to if their project is doxed, meaning they're showing their face or not. Now, last thing that I have, right? Last thing I have is, this all is going to be a huge factor when you're coming into this space, right? Looking for, something other than just a profile picture. Okay, now profile picture, I'm talking about, just your dogs or your cats or your tigers or your bears, whatever it might be. It's getting very, very saturated in this market with all these different animals. Okay, one project's doing another, and they honestly all sound the same. So what I'm trying to say is, if you just see a profile picture with no roadmap, no utility, no anything that has to do with real world utility or anything like that, or metaverses or play to earn games, I would honestly stay away from them. And the reason why I say that is because it's getting very saturated in the market with profile pictures not having a utility. So that's a big, big warning sign. It's the last thing I want to say before we do hop off here, is pay attention to their utility, and if they have a utility, and whether it's just another profile picture. Okay, so bringing this all together, I want you guys to start really doing your own research when it comes to these NFTs. Don't just take my word. Don't just take a project's word. Don't just take, on Twitter, you're going to see a bunch of people, tons of people talking about, oh, this project's going to be huge. Oh, this project's going to be huge. It's going to go to the moon. And then it does nothing. It's a dud. Right? So I want you guys to really look for these things, right? And if you see them, be like, okay, maybe I wait, right? Sometimes it might look like, okay, they have some warning signs, but some of it is good, right? Sometimes what it's best to do is to use, at least when they're starting to mint, use what is called the Cardano Scan. Okay, CardanoScan.io is a website that you can go, and every single project should have a policy ID. If they don't have a policy ID, not it. Okay, they need to have a policy ID in their Discord. And what you're going to do is you're going to copy and paste that Discord in this search bar. And what it's going to do during the mint process, it's going to show you how quick or how many NFTs have been minted for that project. So if you're like 50-50, you're like, I don't know if they're really going to sell out, I don't know if they're really going to do good, just get their policy ID, you go to Cardano Scan, and just watch it for a minute. Right? If you see them coming in quick, then you know, okay, there is demand for this NFT project, and maybe you can buy it and then flip it. It's okay, especially while the market is down after what we saw with Luna. I think it's great to, start accumulating some more ADA. So it's great to, maybe buy a project for 50 ADA, flip it for 100, 120, 150 ADA, make a 2-3x on your investment. And that's a good investment. Yes, it might not be a lot since crypto is down, but you're accumulating more and more crypto. So when the next bull market comes, you guys are in position to actually have a lot of money with Cardano NFTs. And especially with mints right now, with everything being down, everything is cheap. So right now is a great opportunity to take advantage of all of this space right now. I know it's scary, and I know there's a lot of FUD, and I know there's a lot of fear in the market, but that's when the sharks come out. When there's blood in the market, the sharks come out. So be a shark, do your own research, look for these warning signs, and invest properly, invest smart, and don't throw all your eggs in one basket. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.